Greetings and salutations, my beloved courtiers. Lord Vale here, and I am 100% happy to see you on this Thanksgiving weekend where I'm doing some readings for you. Very happy to be reading this book by one of my dear friends, Mocikat. It's called Shadow City. Now, a bit about me is have been a cyberpunk fan even before I knew I was a cyberpunk fan, if you can understand what that means. Like, I was digging on these movies before I knew that they were this genre, like when I was watching, like, Fritz Lang's Metropolis and things like that, and Solar Babies and movies like that from the 80s. I didn't realize these were in a niche called cyberpunk. And, of course, Blade Runner. I mean, who doesn't like Blade Runner? I have a gigantic Blade Runner poster in my little makeshift wardrobe in my room. So I've been just a fan of this my whole life. I even like what other people might deem as really bad cyberpunk movies, but I think they're fantastic, like Gene Generation with the amazing Bai Ling. If you haven't seen that movie, I would suggest you watch it if you're a fan of cyberpunk. I like, Johnny Mnemonic and films like that. And the reason I'm mentioning that is because I feel like Anna's books, were they to be made movies, would fit right in to that genre. Movies like Alita, The Matrix, stuff like that. And I really think that they should be more noticed than they are because they're fantastic and amazing. So the one I'm reading from you today is called Shadow City, and I'll go ahead and dive right in. I like to pick a random segment and go for it to kind of whet your appetite a little bit. And remember, all these books that I'm reading are free on Kindle Unlimited. So if you have Kindle Unlimited, go ahead and just grab it for free, and you get an amazing story. And if not, I mean, it's reasonably priced on Kindle anyway. So. But you'll be in for a really great story, especially if you want to just like duck into a corner and read a book on your phone. It's really handy, really easy to read. I don't know if you have the Kindle Unlimited app or just the regular Kindle app, but if you look at the way they're laid out, it's extraordinarily easy on the eyes. Can you see that? There we go. And I think, let's see, that was Intra Sullivan's book called Immersion. But you can really just duck in a corner and read a book and get lost for a while and get out of the chaos that can sometimes occur during family gatherings. So here we are with Shadow City by Mocikat. So that was how it felt being a hero. Too bad he never wanted to become one. Of course, he technically was a hero anyway. Taking human form in this shithole of a world was a heroic act itself. Who in his right mind did something like that out of free will? However, Vincent never would have anticipated becoming a human hero. He had been sure this would be a short and easy mission. Get in, gather intel, get out as quickly as possible. Instead, he now was a hero because he defended the sacred blood bank all by himself against a super foe. Unsuccessful, in effect. But hey, all that counted was a good intention after all. Besides becoming a hero, Vincent had got involved with a woman from the other side and had fallen for her. If he liked it or not, he had to admit that fact to himself. He never thought it possible, but being human had again captivated him, even more than the last time, centuries ago. Viewed as a race, humans were filthy scum that fucked up everything he could imagine in his worst nightmares, yet individually they had something so amazing that it was worth to do anything necessary to protect them. Man, considering you being a higher, more evolved and enlightened entity, you behave ridiculously melodramatic, Vincent thought, smirking. This woman has messed you up completely. Technically, Eurydice wasn't even a woman. She was a vampire, although his people didn't see much difference in that. Alive or undead, human was human. They all behaved irrationally. How else could her actions be explained? Eurydice had jeopardized the operation she was apparently leading to save his life and make him a hero. Lost my place. Sorry. Okay, she did not hesitate to sacrifice her own people for that, even though she never would admit it. This only could mean she cared for him. It was a prickling thought. He remembered how she was standing above him, long blades in her hands and covered in the blood of the men who had tried to kill him, like Nemesis herself come to life. As almost everything she did, this view was filled with ravishing eroticism in his memory. On the other hand, what if she didn't do it to protect him, but to manipulate him? Maybe her intentions were different ones, which he couldn't anticipate at the moment. It wasn't a new pattern that the Dark Ones used humans like puppets and sacrificed them ruthlessly if it fitted their plans. No, remembering the look in her eyes, Vincent could not believe that this was the case with Eurydice. The passion he had seen there took his breath away, even now, just thinking of it. But who was Eurydice really? One of the Dark Ones? Or just working for them? A puppet herself? A willing tool of destruction? He would need to find out. Vincent paced around his apartment relentlessly while thinking. It was small and too basic for his taste, the typical home of a bachelor who spends most of his time outside. At least it was located in Lexington Avenue, only 1 block away from the former police station and now Human Force HQ. Many houses around were in relatively good shape, which is why most Human Force members chose to live here. Vincent's apartment even had intact windows, closing tightly. Besides, it was well equipped with food and anything else a human being might need for their daily life. I hope you read Shadow City. There's a lot that's about to happen. And I think you should check it out. Anyway, that's Shadow City by Mocikat. Remember, if you want to follow these new voices within the Twitter writing community, just follow the hashtag writing community on Twitter, and you'll find us. We'll be waiting.